science students. I don't know if you know this, but Mr. Mello and Officer Styles are huge science buffs. Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't they be? Science is like the coolest subject ever, right? Yeah. Well, when I told them that we weren't going to be able to do the science skills lab in class, they were super bummed, like almost as bummed as me. And they were like, Dr. Greg, how can we help? And I was like, well, I have an idea. How about we video you guys walking through the science skills lab, and then we can share that video with my students, and then that's the way they can still do the lab, just a virtual version of it. And they were like, yeah, that sounds awesome. Let's totally do it. And I was like, well, let's do it. And that's what we did. So that's what this video is. In this video, you're going to see Mr. Mello and Officer Styles walking through the Science Skills Lab and performing what I wish you could be doing here in the lab. So, you should have downloaded this document here. And this is going to be your lab sheet. This is going to record your data as you and your virtual lab partners, Mr. Mello and Officer Styles, go through the lab. So let's talk about what you're going to see at each lab. So there are stations A through J. And in each station, I've asked Mr. Mello and Officer Styles to perform a specific task. And each task asks them to utilize their science skills, those science skills that we've talked about in class. And so let's talk about stations A through E. In stations A through E, I have given Mr. Mellencamp 5 unknown samples. He has no idea what they are. And I've asked him to make some comments about the appearance and the smell of those samples. And I've given him a little hint about maybe some taste, which we never taste in the lab. But I've asked him to make some comments about that and then use that information to try and figure out, well, what is that sample? And so I'd like for you to, as he walks through it, is to walk through it with him. Write down some comments about what you're seeing and what Mr. Mello is saying and about what he's saying with the smell. And then I'd like for you to try to figure out, well, what is that sample? And write that down there. All right, then in stations F through J, I've asked Mr. Styles to perform different tasks. Some of them ask him to do something with certain materials. Some of them ask him a question. They kind of vary. And so this column here is where I'd like for you to write some comments about what's going on, maybe some notes or a description of what you're seeing or what he's doing, and then a conclusion, like an answer to a question. It'll make more sense once you actually see him do it, but that'll make more sense there. But that's where you're gonna put it right there. And then over here is where I'd like for you to write down what skill did he and you use to perform that task, whatever task it was. And so once you're done with this, with all of these really cool, fun stations, then I'd like for you to flip your page over and think about the science skills a little bit more in depth. And so I'd like for you to answer some of the post-lab reflection questions and just to get you thinking about it more, kind of pooling them together, just some deeper thoughts. And so that's it. That's your instructions here. So I hope that you'll have fun with this. I know Mr. Mello and Officer Styles and I really loved it. So enjoy, have fun, and I will see you in class. Bye.
Hi there, Mr. Mello here, language arts teacher and certified science whiz kid. Let's start with Station A, shall we?
All right. So what do we have here in Station A? What do you think that is in that? We're using our senses. We're going to waft. Look at that wafting.
I see clear. I waft, and it smells pungent and strong.
Ooh.
I know this smell from my cookery. I think. I can't taste it?
No tasting.
Okay.
We never taste in the lab.
Never taste in the lab.
Yeah, but you're wafting really good pungent. How viscous is it? Oh, look at that. It kind of moves really easily.
It's movie.
Yeah, it's a movie.
It's movie. It's movie.
Science Whiz Kid here.
I think this. Should I say what it is?
No.
I shouldn't say what I think it is.
No.
B reminds me of my favorite movie, The Bee Movie, starring Jerry Seinfeld. Let's see. Looks blue. I know that color.
We're going to waft.
Smells. How would you describe that smell without saying the thing that it is? I know what this is.
Does it smell fruity, flowery, clean, fresh?
It smells fresh and clean.
Ah.
So fresh, so clean.
So clean. How viscous is that? Let's kind of zoom in.
This
How viscous?
is thick.
Very viscous. Look at that.
This you could really drip around on.
Yes. Look at that. That's a good one.
Slow
So do you know
flowing.
what that is already?
I know what this one is.
All right. So he's going to write that down on his lab sheet, and so should you.
Station C. Let's take a look and see what we see. Now, I know my colors, and this one is a green.
Waft it.
Oh.
We're going to
get the smell
waft
going.
it. That's right. We're going to waft it. Is there any odor to it?
Nothing at all.
Nothing. No odor at all.
I smell nothing.
Nothing. Okay, nothing. And it's
Nothing
very
whatsoever.
green.
And just checking once again, I know I couldn't taste the last one.
No,
I can taste this.
can't taste it. But I will tell you, if you taste it, you would taste nothing.
You know, I think that cooking, I'm really into cooking. I think that cooking is like science that you taste.
I love that. Yes. Musings with Mr. Mellencamp.
I don't know. I've known what the other ones are. I don't think I know what this is.
Oh, well, I think you should try to use what
This
you
is
see.
a green liquid that moves with no smell whatsoever.
No. Oh, it moves very easily. Huh. Let's see. Why don't you take a guess and try to write it down
I'll see.
based off of the evidence you have?
Welcome to Station D. This one is not liquid. I see that. This is a powder or small grains that sparkle like the twilight.
Oh. Like a Twilight
like the
vampires?
vampires from Twilight.
Yeah. Is it? It's skin shavings.
Oh, no. All right. It is a white. It is
I'm gonna
white.
zoom
It is
in.
white. It is powder. It
Look
is
at this. Let's
sparkles.
zoom in. Ooh, look at that. They're kind of like little crystals in there.
Crystalline.
Look at
yes.
that. Is there an
I
odor
wanted
to
see
it?
if I have- I'm wafting this time.
Wafting. Good job. Good job. We're wafting.
I like.
Let's waft.
I bet it has a taste, but I can't smell anything.
Yeah, we
can't
can't
smell
taste
anything.
it. But you do. It's little crystals that are shimmering.
This is between two things for me, and I know that if I did a taste of it, that I
Yes.
would know for sure what it
Yes.
is. But I'm not sure. I'm going.
No tasting, right?
I'm going no tasting in science
That's right.
class.
But he's
No
going to
tasting
write
whatsoever.
his
I don't know which of the two it is.
Huh.
But I think that it is something I might put on my food.
So he's going to put it on his paper, what he thinks it is.
This looks a lot like Station A. It is a transparent liquid. I can see right through it.
That's a good word. We're gonna waft. We're gonna waft. That's
Oh,
right.
yes,
Waft.
I must release the smells.
Wafting.
This is. There's no smell. at
No
all.
smell. Nothing.
I think I know what this one is.
And Mr. Mellencamp's gonna write his guess on a paper. Look at that.
school is it? That's why we don't use letters.
Station
So,
F.
I have this picture. What does that look like to you, boys and girls?
Oh,
Does
so
he look happy? Does he look scared? I think he forgot something. What do you think he's doing? Do you think is he standing on a corner? Dr. Greg, she came up with a really good picture. Looks like he's reaching for his backpack, so he might be missing something. How far's home? Otherwise, he's going to get in if he doesn't do it. So I have Station G, and I'm looking, and that's a lot of pennies. Especially if I get all the way back here. It looks so big.
oh, let's zoom in.
How many do you think there could be? I could guess.
Oh.
But it's only so full. Station H, what does the graph tell you? So this graph,
Let's zoom in on
Yes.
this graph. That's a cool graph.
growth, sun, and a closet.
Oh.
Wow. I don't know. I think being out in the sun's a great thing.
Yeah.
Based on this it's growth of a plant in the sun and in the closet over 5 weeks. That's a long time to be in a closet. I'd rather be out in the sun for 5 weeks than be inside
Yeah.
the closet.
So let's look here. Ooh, the plant that was in the sun, how did that grow compared to the plant that was in the closet? Ooh.
I think I'm definitely going out in the sun. Think I can get watered in sunshine and I'd grow like that?
Oh, that would be very cool.
So, how would we group these items?
Ooh, let's look at this.
Got all kinds of cool things here. I bet you guys have these things at home or in your locker whenever you get to come to school. So I've got things that I can write with. These kind of things that I write with are different than these kind of things that I could write with. And these are things I would write on. I could group those together, right? But these are sticky, so I could put them in their own separate group
Oh.
because these aren't sticky and these attach things, right? So I've got all these kind of things to attach. This is sticky too, so I could have like a group of sticky things and a group of attaching things. Then where would I put this? Tools. I could put those as tools to use. There's more writing stuff. There's another oddball thing. Maybe we'll just make those the oddball group.
There you go. Those are tools for help with writing. So that's a group. Oh, that's a good one.
Writing, I like it. They get
Oh,
included.
so
This
you
is awesome.
so you've got writing. You have tools for writing. You have things that attach things. You have things that you write on, and then you have sticky things. That is excellent groups you did there, Officer Styles.
This is so awesome, Dr. Greg. I love the fact that I got to help with the lab. Station J. J. How tall is this table? Well, I've got two sides to this ruler. I think I'm going to use the meter side. So, do I want to go from the top down or from the bottom up? We like to go from the bottom up because then at least I know I'm going up, right? Positivity. Let's see. I wonder how tall this could be.
Ooh, let's zoom in. Oh, look at that.
I think we have a number. I'm
Okay.
going to write my number down.